Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to get to introduce you tonight to a young woman I've had the opportunity to know and to get to know since she's about 13 or 14 years old, a member of the class of 2016, Miss Nakia Lucas.
Good evening. My name is Nakia Lucas. I have had many losses in my life. After each loss, I had the choice to wallow in defeat or to learn the lessons that come with losing. Because of the support from my mother and brother and LEEP, I have learned how to take advantage of loss. Just like the mythical phoenix arises from its ashes renewed, I have learned how to emerge from the fire of defeat to become a better, more formidable version of my former self. My first major loss came not through mythical fire, but actual fire. In 2007, my family's home caught on fire and everything, clothes, beds, foods, electronics, was destroyed. Another major loss is my father's absence. He has been in and out of my life and has refused to support me financially. Because he was only 18 when I was born, I hope that my father's desire to be in my life would improve. I hope that this bright future I had been building for myself at LEEP would make him more interested in being a part of my life. But I was wrong. Fortunately, my stepfather was in my life since I was a child. He was the father figure I always hoped my dad would become because he loved me unconditionally. His presence finally made our family feel complete. And then, all of a sudden, he died unexpectedly. When he died, I remembered the day clearly. When my little brother and I found out he had passed, I fell apart. It has been 3 years since he died, and I still struggle to accept it. I worry that loss, the type that hurts so much it cannot be undone, would define me. But my mother, through her example of love and determination, has encouraged me to focus on what we have instead of what we don't have. After the fire, she did not allow us to miss any time at school, found family we could stay with, and continued to honor her commitments at work. Throughout my father's absence, and after my stepfather's passing, my mother worked hard to be my mother and my father, even as she has endured serious health scares. Witnessing my mother's resilience taught me to face my fears and to embrace change, even if it comes by way of tragedy. As I watched my mother conquer challenge after challenge on behalf of our family, I realized that I had to become more determined, more independent, and more committed to preparing for my future. Fortunately, this is when LEEP entered my life. Though it may not seem like it, being an LEEP student is all about losing. I have lost on summers at the beach, Friday nights at the movies, and Saturday mornings at the mall, replaced by a summer SAT prep, Friday night constitutional law debates, and Saturday grammar classes. LEEP asks students to choose to lose social activities and replace them with challenging and substantive commitments. But because of the loss I experienced taught me important lessons, I was prepared to embrace the losses and lessons of LEEP. As sophomores, students participate in LEEP's most challenging program, constitutional law debates. Before my first debate, I was very nervous, but I prepared well as I could. On debate day, I found out that I was in competition with my best friend, Jelani. Hi, Jelani. I knew she was a better public speaker than me, but I did not care because I was certain my arguments were amazing and confident that the judges would love them and love me. At the award ceremony, I smiled from ear to ear, confident I had left losing in the past. And the winner is Jelani Woods. On the surface, I was happy for my friend, but on the inside, I was so upset. I wish I could say that. Having experienced so much loss, I was cool and handled defeat with grace and poise. But the truth is, as soon as I left the auditorium, I cried as hard as I ever have. As I reflected on the entire debate cycle, I realized I had not done my absolute best. I had not begun preparing for my brief as early as I could have. I vowed that for the next debate, I would work even harder. As soon as the next debate cycle began, I started preparing, and I continued to work for several hours every day until the debate. After months of hard work, I am proud to say that I won the second debate. In fact, I have gone on to win 2 more debates since, in addition to winning the SLI mock trial and the William E. Garland Award for Diligence. The award given to the debater who shows the most resilience, commitment, and persistence. LEEP has helped me develop the same qualities I admire in my mother. I have become resilient, enduring, and powerful. Since I joined LEEP when I was in the 8th grade, my life has changed dramatically. I remember my individual interview with Mr. Feinstein and Ms. Abby Tonto. They immediately pointed out a C on my report card and asked why I had to perform better. I was so embarrassed, but I also was glad that they cared so much about my academic performance. As I shared some of the challenges I had faced, the conversation became very emotional, and I started to cry. When I dried my eyes and looked across the table, I noticed that Ms. Abby Tonto was crying as well. It was a weird yet amazing experience to have someone who I barely knew cry with me. 4 years later, we are still crying together. Only now we cry tears of joy. LEEP has become my second family, and the staff is truly like my father. I look up to them. I am able to go to them when I need anything. Like fathers, LEEP staff are often annoying, but that's because they hold you accountable and expect you to meet the highest of standards. LEEP never gets easier. In fact, it always increases in rigor and expectation. As the workload of SAT prep and college applications grew, so did their commitment and encouragement. For my college applications, I wrote about 14 essays ranging from 150 to 600 words. With 30 students in the senior class, I cannot imagine how our editor and CAP teacher, Mr. Crawford, was able to edit hundreds of essays in time for us to meet our deadlines. But he did. This is just one example of the commitment LEEP has displayed. LEEP encourages me, holds me accountable, is proud of me, and believes in me, and loves me like a father should. While I know that many obstacles remain in my path, I am no longer afraid of challenges ahead, because I am confident they will teach me valuable lessons that will lead to my ultimate success. The fires of life will not consume me. Each time they surround me, I will emerge greater than I was before. Because of the love and dedication I received from my entire family, my mother, brother, stepfather, and LEEP, I have received a full academic scholarship to attend the College of the Holy Cross. Thank you.